This was the horrific scene when the jumbotron crashed onto the Charlotte Hornets floor. NBA's worst nightmare came true, and almost nobody talks about this since. Here's what happened. In 1988, the league added two more teams, Miami and Charlotte. The Hornets opened their brand new arena that was supposed to feature a massive state-of-the-art scoreboard at the time. And to celebrate it all, an exhibition game between stars from the NBA and college was supposed to be played there. But on the morning of the event, disaster struck as the massive 40,000-pound jumbotron fell and shattered on the court.
And then, out of the blue, this thing just falls.
Thankfully, there were no victims, and in a shocking turn of events, the city authorities all rallied to bring in another scoreboard in time for the game later that night. The entire mess got cleaned up, the floor got replaced, and this ended up being a successful opening. The fans even had their jokes, coming in with helmets and funny signs.
We were all kind of apprehensive about this big scoreboard they put up there, and actually due to that, I always stretched off to the side every game of my life after that happened. So it's just in case if the scoreboard fell.
Now since then, the league has seen another screen crash on the court, albeit this next one was much smaller in scale.
What happened to positivity, professionalism, maturity, class as he leaves the court? What happened to respecting other people's property? And there goes the TV. Armstrong, he's got class. He'll plug it back in. But you ain't getting no more picture out of this one.
Tim Hardaway, a bit upset, goes to the press table and fires a television set across the floor.
Now that is truly terrible.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna see anything on that TV. And speaking of that, what did ABC think that we were going to see from this angle?
This is what it looks like if you're our floor cam. Hey! Get out of there! Come on!
In the early 2000s, the NBA experimented with some cameras and angles, and some were better than the others.
He fading back and he says, whoa, that's nasty.
Doug, that would have won the slam dunk.
Yes, it.
So although the concept of being able to put a camera right on the hardwood is cool, all you can see is shoes and players' crotches. But if you thought that this was a bizarre piece of footage, there's nothing topping Dennis Rodman, who once showed up dressed up as a bride, basically marrying himself, or as he said it, the city.
It was very appropriate to get married to the city of New York. To the city of New York.
Yeah, but you've got everything except a bride.
I'm all of both worlds, yeah.
He did this whole circus show promoting his book at the time. Honestly, this is a soft move from a guy that was as tough as they get on the court. Though not as tough as Gerald Henderson. After breaking his jaw, Henderson played the very next game wearing this crazy looking padding. And the funniest thing is that this is not even the weirdest accessory. That same season in 1980, Calvin Murphy wore a hockey helmet coming back from concussion. Man, the NBA was absolutely wild back then. Look at Daryl Dawkins looking like Mr. T.
Tell you, Daryl's got some money hanging around his neck. A lot of gold.
But not only is it worth a lot of money, Don, but if you had that around your neck, you wouldn't be able to stand up straight.
Right. I'd like to cash all that in and get well.
It probably weighs about 25 pounds.
Speaking of that, everyone seemingly forgot of the time that Dwayne Wade was trying to look like Nelly by rocking a customized band-aid during games.
I was like...
He jokingly said that this gives him some extra boost and he shoots lights out with the band-aid. I don't know about that, but lights literally went out in the middle of an NBA game.
Here comes Steph. These scattered situations.
He shot the lights out.
The Pelicans trying to turn, that's a different way to defend Curry right there, is turn the power off when the Warriors have the ball.
Maxey almost,
Well, the lights just went out here as they inbounded the ball. All the Hawk fans have their flashlights now on their phones here. They're taking in every second of this.
They just went into a 2-3 zone. Oh, the lights just went out. Hello?
While this was on the fun side, one time the Mavs evacuated the entire arena right before the game. In a moment that scared everyone, the fire extinguishing sprinklers started going off as the sensors detected a fire somewhere in the arena. Thankfully, it was something extremely minor, but the entire arena got empty and the fans had to go in again, and the game had a delayed start of a whole hour. If you think that these are some bizarre moments, you gotta check out this video I made about the 7 NBA players who ate their way out of the league. Click on the left side for English or right for the Spanish version and check out Heat Check en Español if you speak Spanish. Talk to you in the next one, peace out.